Welcome back to Cassandra's Curse, where all the knowing does no good when no one will listen. How are you guys doing today? I dropped a couple links in my chat for some channels I want you guys to check out. Hey, Johnny, how are you? Rose Quartz, she did another video, hashtag what about the abuse? That's the title. So you please want to check that out. Hey, Chris, how are you doing, honey? Also, RBG Studios Vlogs. The link is in the description for them as well. They also made a video just talking about what they think about what about the abuse, because they're not a child being manipulated online. And so these are very important videos and channels of people speaking out that I have not given a shout out yet to I don't want to say the name wrong. Our BG Studios Vlogs. I have yet to even give you a shout out other than mentioning you in the comment section of the latest video, which was not a proper shout out at all. And I apologize about that. If I do another Spreaker or if I ever can get over to my other channel to do another live stream, I would be more than happy to mention you again because I thought you did a very good video. So we got Johnny, Nocturnal Saint Studios. How are you doing, honey? Chris Peck is in here. Aaron, Lita. Hi, honey. Kyle, Starshine. Hashtag what about the kick? What about the kick? What does that mean? Mandy, how are you doing, Mandy? So I've been on here about 4 days, and I wanted to give you guys a place to come and talk for a little bit. I don't know that I'm going to be on a super long amount of time, an exorbitant amount of time, but I'm here right now. Thank you so much, Patty, for using the hashtag and for using it the correct way. And thank you as well, Kyle King. Starshine says, yeah, it's a live stream they took down. So, sounds like it might be a distraction from what we're talking about over here. Because we're trying to expose abuse and abuse that would expose to millions of people at their expense. And having it been said it was entertainment. And that's Pickle Boy and the old man. And Pickle Boy doesn't want you talking about him right now. He wants you talking about the angry neighbor. But I don't watch her. So I can't comment on something that I don't watch. Mind you, everything that they're doing, because they're in a monopoly, is a distraction for you right now, including having other people abusing their kids on their live streams. They're going so far as to doing that. So, yeah. Anyways, so I could ask you the same question. Hashtag, what about all the abuse that I've been mentioning, talking about over here? Over 100 videos worth. So if you have something to mention about that, that'd be great as well. So I know, Mandy. He is talking about depression now. Yeah, because he's give me 1 second. Okay. Right, because he wants sympathy. So I dropped my video yesterday, and then about 4 minutes later, he dropped his video, and he's talking about depression. He wants you to feel sympathy for him. Feel sympathy for the children that he's manipulating online. Is he not manipulating children to scapegoat the brother? Is he not telling children that his life's being threatened and something about guns? And it sounds like he wants a bunch of sympathy for made up things that him and the cleanup guy want children to feel bad for him, and it works because what did the child say? I feel bad. I feel bad for Pickle Boy. Well, why should you? He's a child abuser being exposed. He's got millions of dollars, has yet to even be held accountable. Why would you feel bad for him at all? I mean, even at this point, I know a lot of people don't like the brother, don't agree with the brother. I can't even throw my opinion in the ring because I don't want to get attacked. And it doesn't matter anyways. But his channel was going really well, and now it's gone again. And he's still being scapegoated, still being called a drug addict, even though he's not on drugs anymore. And those same children that are backing up Pickle Boy are still not even having their questions addressed as to what about the abuse. So, anyways, Planet Rotund, nice to see you here as well. River Bend, sorry we had to get rid of you. Starshine, sorry we had to get rid of you. We don't have any time to go backwards or take steps back. for people that want to manipulate the conversation. I think my audience sees that. If you do see that, please let me know, because that's really important. We're still trying to get people to address what about the abuse, all the abuse that I'm talking about over here. But like I said, it's not going to be exposed by the community or people that are in the community that have been attacking it, or people that have never come over here that want to come over now to try to pretend like they care. Those people aren't the people that have been helping. Those people haven't been hashtagging it up. Those people aren't going to be exposing the story. Certainly not children that are being manipulated. The people that are going to be exposing it is the news. So contact the news. Because I'd love to know what you guys think about the brother being scapegoated again, regardless of what you think about him. We've already talked about all the things he's done online, and he's lost multiple channels, which means that he's taken accountability in some sense and was punished in some sense time and time again, over and over again. So it's important to acknowledge that these are efforts from Pickle Boy and the cleanup guy to get off the hook yet again. They will use the angry neighbor. They don't care. They'll use the cleanup guy. He'll scapegoat himself and his own family. He doesn't care. They don't. There's certain channels that don't care about abusing their kids to become the next distraction. Stick with this channel, because I've been telling you the truth the whole time. And there's a video that I have to take down tomorrow because YouTube won't get back to me, and because the sister in New York is striking it. She wants certain content of hers from the video removed, or she's going to strike the video. Now, I've removed the content, but I can't get anybody to get back to me to address as to whether or not that's enough. Is that good enough, or she could still strike it? Did I do enough? And nobody will get back to me. So a video I worked very hard on that shows the prevention of sexual abuse that happens in families to little boys or little girls, Zero Boundaries. That video that has over 2,500 views will probably be coming down tomorrow, because they don't want you to know that sexual abuse happened in that family and that it leads right back to two irresponsible, abusive adults that neglected their kids and had zero sexual boundaries in the family. So that video has been up about 9 months, and now it's just getting a strike because things are getting too serious now, as you'll see. Kyle says the family is part of the web of abuse and manipulation towards children that YouTube monetizes. Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Tanya. Thank you for joining us. Patty says they need to blame someone, so they still attack him. Well, yeah, that's why they attack me as well. They don't know who I am. Is that correct? But I still get attacked just the same. Or my channel got ripped down and the cleanup guy laughed about it. So they need to blame the angry neighbor really bad right now, right? So she's got some abuse thing going on, but can't even comment on it because she took the video down. So it's a waste of time and efforts, because we don't know and can't. We need to talk about what we can see and hear. And that's my channel that's been trying to be ripped down, has false flagging. They have time to laugh about it or time to threaten it and lie about me or the channel, but no time to address the abuse. So I'm still here today, standing strong, saying hashtag, what about the abuse? Johnny says, have any larger channels taken an interest in hashtag, what about the abuse? I don't know. There's people that have said they're going to look at it. There's people that are looking at it. And I don't want to say too much, so I guess you'll just have to wait and see. The whole thing is everybody should take an interest. Everybody should be able to make up an opinion on what they think. That's the whole point that I'm trying to make as well. So, of course, Pickle Boy doesn't want larger channels looking at it. Of course, I want as many people to look at it as possible so you can make an informed decision as someone who's buying their products, supporting them, clicking like, watching them, listening, believing their lies, standing around while your children get manipulated into buying more backpacks and squashing any kind of drama while feeling bad for Pickle Boy, while scapegoating the brother or anybody else, to include the angry neighbor. So Pickle Boy doesn't have any control over that. Well, he has complete control. He's got the big abusive platform, but he shouldn't have to lie or manipulate people into not having a conversation about something that's so important, to include abuse for profit. He shouldn't be controlling the narrative of children and adults by ripping down the channel altogether by just lying. He shouldn't be able to do that. So larger channels should be able to see it. So we're in that in-between area where we want more people to see it, but they're actually lying about the channel or just straight attacking it, or getting children to lie and attack other people or including this channel. And we're not sure yet about any higher up channels, if they're even going to get a chance to even look at it. One of the most important videos that was a montage of all this abuse got a strike, is on Vimeo now. You can't even look at it on this channel. You can look at all the abuse footage on Pickle Boy's channel and his sister's channel, the daughter from New York, and it's uploaded for profit and entertainment. You can look at it here, but I got the strike for it. They struck my channel and I got the strike. So that video is now on Vimeo. So I hope larger channels will eventually look at it. Kyle says to this family, drama is more important than fighting child abuse. Well, covering up the child abuse leads to this drama. So covering up the child abuse is more important to them. But they're the ones that put all the abuse stuff there. What did the scapegoated daughters say in the video? The scapegoated daughter's response, hashtag, what about the abuse? She said to that child from the latest video, the Children Army video, excuse me, she said to that child, well, she's going around saying that our father abused us. Well, what do you mean? What about your vent story? You're the one that said it yourself. So unless you're going around and explaining at the same time why you said that those stories were okay, or why you even mentioned that story, maybe you don't want to run around and say that you weren't abused. I mean, because you all have abuse stories. There's like 10 plus abuse stories from the family. There's all this abuse footage. The minute anybody tells you there's no abuse, they're lying to you, because there's footage of it. Mind you, there's stories of it. And when you don't have time to believe all that, believe the daughter coming over herself and crying about it. Believe that. Michael Fairfax says he does find it funny that they all go after the scapegoated brother for violations on YouTube, but they're all okay with the cleanup guy playing copyright music for about 30 minutes before his streams. Oh my gosh, he does that? See, I don't watch him, so I don't know what he does over there. But the cleanup guy laughed about taking down this channel with false flagging before. He laughed at child abuse. He manipulates children behind the scenes. He doesn't care. I mean, YouTube needs to see kind of what's going on, but maybe we need to point it out to them, or expose the story to a larger audience in some manner or some way. Patty says they feed off the drama because it takes focus off of the abuse. I hate the fact that children see these videos they put out. Yes. And let's remind everybody that my channels are not drama channels, but drama comes my way for speaking out and giving an opinion. And you guys know that's true. And Patty, you're absolutely right. Let me read again what Patty said. She says they feed off of the drama, meaning the family, right? Pickle Boy, Princess, cleanup guy. They feed off the drama because it takes focus off of the abuse. And I'll include the angry neighbor right in there. They feed into the drama or create fake drama or even their own real personal drama. And they put it out there to try to save Pickle Boy from taking accountability to a larger audience for having profited off of child abuse and domestic violence and the normalization and entertainment of. So you're absolutely right, Patty. I agree with you. They create fake drama for you. They're not going to take the time to create something that's real, truthful, or meaningful, or a real opinion that comes from somewhere, a valid place, like I've been doing with these channels. They're not going to take the time to do that for you, because it's not the distracting created drama that's fake. They get you to never address what we're talking about over here. So thank you for bringing that up, Patty. I agree with you. Kyle says, Crystal, one by one, with enough support, we can stop the abuse these channels are peddling towards children. Oh, Kyle, I absolutely agree with you. Unfortunately, there's some people in the community who have really big voices who would be amazing, but because they have friends in the monopoly, or because they choose to believe lies, or because maybe they just don't like me and they don't want to listen to the message because they don't like me in some manner for whatever reason. Mind you, I never really said who I was. So you don't like the way I deliver the message, but why hate on the message? The message needs you. The message needs everybody that's been affected by anything that we're talking about over here, which includes a lot of different things. And I have a lot more to say as well. Well, Crystal the Rebel, I appreciate you taking a stand. I've been wanting to see you over here. I've been needing you over here. We've been expecting you. And I could care less what other stream you go or support to or your friends. That's you, and I support you doing that. And I support you having the time to come over here and support the hashtag. And if you make a video, let me know. I'll check it out and I'll shout you out for it, because you could share this with the audience or not, but you said one of my videos helped you, and just you alone is enough for keeping 2 channels going and speaking over and speaking about and speaking for. Just you. Mind you, there's a whole bunch of other people. So everyone needs to know collectively and individually how important they are. You all are important, period. Separately, individually, collectively, together as a whole. Your stories, your pain. Just one of you is enough making the channel over. Any story that you have or anything like that. So I'm glad to see you here. Tanya says, why do your strikes matter and YouTube takes you down, but not Pickle Boy? If we all striked him right now, would they listen then? Oh, maybe. You know, I think we'll have to make a video or a Spreaker about that, where we show you guys, here's the video we found these, here's the channels we found these videos on, and here's the timestamps with the abuse. And if you want to strike it, or if you feel the need, by all means do so. You have that right. Everyone's doing it to me. My videos are getting hacked away at. Why I call DSS on the family. What else do we have to change? Give me a second, guys. Give me a second here. I'm trying to think of what I've had to change on the channel. Okay. Well, oh, it was. Oh, well, now zero boundaries. So you'll see with some of the videos, there might be chunks missing out of them, because there's people from this family combing through it, trying to get rid of it because it's a lie. They're bothered by this truth. They don't want you formulating an opinion based on the truth. And the truth is they exposed all this abuse themselves. But let me give you one more time. Go ahead, check out Lita, my mod. She's made videos and speaks out, makes videos about the channel. And I have 2 links at the very top of this chat I would love for you guys to check out. The first person is RBG Studios Vlogs. And if you want to click on the link in the chat, the very, very top on RBG Studios Vlogs, he did a wonderful video just speaking out against this. Very kind, very humble, very sweet, very honest, raw, real. He cares about kids. He recognizes that there's something going on. And he personally mentioned the scapegoated daughter lying about having spoken with me when I have proof of showing otherwise, and that having be a problem, pointing you guys in the right direction of abuse being covered up. I think it's an important video. You should check it out. So check out RBG Studios Vlogs. And when you have time, check out Rose Quartz. She did another video. It's called #WhatAboutTheAbuse, and the link is in the description. And it's also found in the chat on the very top. You want to support these people. Maybe you want to ask some questions for things that you can't ask to people in the monopoly, because you see them purposely causing a distraction or lying, and you want to get the perspective of somebody other than myself, because there's other people in the community that have voices and they have things to say that are really important. So we want to support these people. Now, let me catch up with my chat here. Kyle says, very true, Patty. The drama diverges them from admitting towards their faults and the abuse they show to young people. Right. Yes. And let's not forget the manipulation to the children behind the scenes. The cleanup guy has time to prank call children. I've been wondering. I've been wondering why you're laughing at child abuse. I'm open to having a conversation as to what they think about the abuse, and they just laugh about it and build up this child army and have time to prank call children. No wonder he's not watching his kids. He's prank calling children online to help back up what about the abuse, to be manipulative and abusive. My goodness. Patty says she has to say she watched a live stream from Cleanup Guy and he had scapegoated daughter in it. It was so disturbing listening to how they talk nasty and bully people. Kids are in those streams watching. Yes, they are. Yeah, they are. Yeah. And wouldn't you admit that they could probably do a lot better? And I don't know if they're going around the Cleanup Guy these days and it makes you wonder, are they talking to their kids like that? Do they treat their kids like that? Or are they just the abusers that thinks it's okay to do and normalize to kids while they're trying to cause a distraction and get off the hook? Pickle Boy still has never taken accountability for this, you guys. So push the story on up, really. We're back to square one. We're back to scapegoating the brother again. Who wants to listen to that same old garbage? We already told you over here why this all happened. Patty says it's so upsetting YouTube lets it happen. If you have time, contact them and let them know. Maybe they don't know. Maybe we should tweet to them. Maybe you should message to them, call them, write to them. Because it doesn't seem right to me, because Pickle Boy is just like Daddy 05. They've done the same thing. They abused the same child. They abused the same platform. They both abused kids. Both have hurt people. Both exploited abuse for profit. Why is Daddy 05 down, but not Pickle Boy? It's very interesting. Crystal, thank you so much. I'm glad that the videos helped you. What you'll find is, sometimes in the community, you're not able to be over here or maybe press the message because of, friendships or people with a monopoly or things happen, but I'm always here. Nothing changes over here. I'm still here to help. I'm still here to put these videos out in hopes they help you. I'm still here to push the hashtag that some people in the community, they stomp all over, laugh at it, make fun of it, change it. I don't get it. Like, I don't understand. But then again, I do understand. Absolutely. They're in a monopoly and they're doing it purposefully. So to see you meander back over here, girlfriend, you found your way. I mean, really, you should be over here supporting it. And then after the stream's over, go and do whatever the heck you want and support whoever you want. I don't support or watch people in the monopoly for obvious reasons, but for some people, they do support it. It's entertaining. It doesn't matter. But what's important to me is to see you over here because you said one of the videos had helped you, and that's so important. Helping people at the end of the day, letting people know this is so important, that actually what Pickle Boy is doing is actually hurting people, and it's hurting children, and it's perpetuating more abuse, if not just profiting straight off of it, right? Anger never dies. And what anger are we talking about? We're talking about anger that abused women and children in that family. Anger that, caused people to get exploited, immaturity, and just all these things that shouldn't be happening. Everybody should be over here hashtagging it up and caring about your community on YouTube and about what people want to show and what they think is acceptable to do to children, including calling them outside of YouTube and manipulating them or straight threatening them like Pickle Boy does. If you talk about drama, you're going to get blocked. You can't be the scapegoated daughter's mod. Like, they dangle these rewards in front of them like a carrot, And all the adults are saying, who cares? Who cares? Who cares if you talk about the drama and he blocks you? But to a child, it's everything. He loves him. He thinks he's cool. He respects him. The child said, what he says goes, regardless. Even if someone's wrong, that could be very dangerous. It is very dangerous. It's what's allowed this content creator to get away with abuse this long. And go ahead and put in my name, Rocha Studios, and YouTube, and see what comes up. You'll see a lot of children speaking out against my channels. I wonder why. But you don't have to wonder, and I won't leave you in the dark wondering. I'll tell you what I think. I'll explain it to you. It's because Pickle Boy and the cleanup guy, which I showed you some proof of a stream, my last video, the stream went down as soon as it ended, it went down. I just happened to get it because I left the page up. They think that's okay to do. Manipulate and threaten children online and hurt them and laugh at what about the abuse and laugh at abuse while perpetuating it. Keep laughing because I think the news might be exposing this pretty soon, and I hope they do. And if you in the audience are making a video or speaking out against this or about this, let me know so I can give a shout out to your channel so people could go and we could get this story exposed bigger and bigger and bigger. Give me 1 second, guys. Crystal, who did that happen to? Crystal's saying here, she says, yes, Patty, it's sad that they go after children and even adults so badly that they want to harm themselves. Who wanted to do that? Because maybe they could come over here and they want to talk about it. That would be really important. Mind you, I think as adults, we all know that bullying leads to suicide. And I think everyone in the chat can agree with that. And I need everyone's support to back that up. This is a direct question, everyone in the chat. Everyone in the chat, does bullying lead to suicide? It's a question to everybody in the chat. Does bullying lead to suicide? Because I know unequivocally it does. And all the science and all the articles and proof backs up that assertion, that notion, that idea. Absolutely. Yes, it does. Yeah. Oh, it sure does. So who's online bullying? Because you guys know in the community who goes online around and bullies, right? So it's those people. The cleanup person, Pickle Boy, stressing out children, threatening them, abusing them, bullying people online any chance they get. And we all know bullying leads to suicide. So there's some people in the community I don't think that they know that at all. Or they don't want to admit that because they just have to go around and bully. And they don't care what happens to people at the end of the day. Maybe we'll be speaking out against that more or about that more. Maybe I'll have to do a live stream about bullying leading to suicide. Because some people online don't care about it. But I do. And I know they're watching and I know they're listening. Okay, I got to back up here because I'm backed up on the thing here. Kyle says, Pickle Boy wants a child, but hates the way children act and the necessities that they need. I hope he doesn't have a child because that child will be miserable. You know what? You're allowed to have that opinion based on everything he's put out there and based on how he's acted. I don't blame you for having that opinion. It's sad that we have to even think about that or talk about that. But you know what? You're talking about the needs and you're putting the needs of a child first, even if the child's not even here yet. So I appreciate you doing that and caring. And also for caring about your nephews. I believe you told me before, Kyle, that you take care of and that they look up to you as a father figure. So keep doing that. Hey, Marquise, how are you doing, honey? Michael says, I think a lot of people don't want to go after them because they don't want them they don't want to be attacked. Just look at how they treat their own family. They have no problem trying to destroy people's lives. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I know that full well too. But it's not enough to stop me or to quiet me because I don't deal kindly to threats. So them threatening people or making them feel as if you can't say anything or something bad's going to happen to you. You drag my name right through the mud, honey. They've already done it. But at the end of the day, he's going to address what about the abuse or he'll be held accountable for it. But let me say something here that you said. You think a lot of people don't want to go after them. And let me tell you this, having these channels, I don't consider it going after them. It's commenting on things they put out there, but they want to make it seem like, oh, that person's attacking me or they're going after me because of that. No, it just seems like that because they're avoiding it and causing distractions and lying about it while trying to rip down the channel and make you think it's everybody but them, including the angry neighbor, scapegoated brother, myself. It's got to be anybody but. So tomorrow there'll be another big, huge drama of abuse. You'll be seeing a lot more child abuse in the community as of late because they're distractions. Isn't that disgusting? Well, you don't like it? Blame Pickle Boy and the cleanup guy. That's what they're doing. Marquis says make a video about Pickle Boy faking his depression just so people can stop hating. It's sick that he did that. I'm going to have to take a look maybe at that video. I don't watch his videos every day. So, I seen the thumbnail, but I didn't fully watch that video. But when I dropped my video the same day, the one yesterday, the Children Army one, I say in that one that he's specifically trying to manipulate you guys for sympathy. He does it to the child, and the child tells you the result. He says, I feel bad for Pickle Boy. So, yeah, I mean, it can't get any better than that. I'm telling you, the day he drops videos saying he's depressed, I'm telling you, the same day I drop a video, 4 minutes before his video, that he wants sympathy. He wants you to feel bad for what? For him being depressed, for being broke, for having no money. What about him abusing, making kids cry? What about him being an abuser, exploiting kids, standing around, watching women being abused, filming his mother naked, having sex, talking with children behind the scenes, being manipulative, threatening them to not talk about drama and spread the word about the angry neighbor and the scapegoated brother and trolls and hater. I can only imagine that I fall under that troll and hater category that I certainly don't belong in whatsoever. Because I can't come out with who I am because people want to use it as a character attack or find some kind of excuse or reason or just blame me. And so it just doesn't work out ever. Mark says the way he harassed the scapegoated son's girlfriend at work was abysmal. I did not. Is there a video on it? Is there audio on it? I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying I never came across that. Kyle says the old man really screwed up Pickle Boy's head. Just look how he acts. Let me elaborate on that just a little bit. All the things we're talking about, all these bad qualities that you see with Pickle Boy, the manipulation, the lying, the backpedaling, the scapegoating, enabling, blaming, the ego, he's got this huge ego. He's narcissistic. Yeah, that came from the dad, didn't it? He straight up pulled that from the dad. He's basically the dad. He really is. Because if he's not spanking children, then he's doing mind manipulations with them, including threatening them. And this is a child who is easily to change his mind. I mean, at one point, they were sticking up with Lita with hashtag what about the abuse? The scapegoated sister came right in and said, shut your DIC sucking mouth up and this and this and that. And what did the child do? They changed their mind completely. And they started backing up the scapegoated daughter. And now the scapegoated daughter says they may be mod. For what? Blindly believing lies? That makes you mod? That's not good. But they could only do that to a child, right? But then there's also adults that play this game with them as well. Like that mod of the cleanup guy. But then again, a lot of allegations going on around him. So what did I say? Abusers flock together. They support each other. That's why I have people that don't abuse over here supporting me. Because we flock together too. Fairfax says, Scapegoat daughter was taking money on PayPal the other day to eat stuff on a live stream without her teeth. Sick things they do for money. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I didn't watch that, but I think it's safe to say these people would do anything for money. I mean, how low can you go? Abusing and exploiting women and children, exploiting the naked body of the mother and her abuse, and scapegoating her after the fact, after the divorce, she burned that cross in her arm and blaming her for everything. Watching the children cry and never taking that mask off, never stopping, never changing, never caring. They'll do anything for money. Some people would do anything for money. Ask yourself, are you one of those people? Would you do anything for money? Because I wouldn't. I absolutely would not. But some people will sell their souls to the devil that they don't believe in, just so they could push that message about the old child abuser being in heaven. Wouldn't they? My Dateline says they called YouTube several times. They have a broken system, not very good customer service. Yeah, it's very limited. I know. I understand. I've called as well. It's very limited. All we could do is try, and it just seems that just trying to have a space on YouTube is so bothersome for some people. Will make room, because you got to make room for other people's opinions, and hate breeds violence. And if there's anyone that you want to hate up in here, it's probably the child abusers. And I don't encourage you to even hate them, even though they want to encourage you to hate me, because it's a nasty thing to hold on to. All you could do is flag it, speak out, make a video, say what you disagree with. Those things are okay to do. And also making phone calls, and, that's okay. Many people have tweeted them and no response. Oh, I've tweeted as well. I don't know. I think this is going to take time. If you see where the channel started, and then where it was kind of in the middle, in the beginning, and then the middle, and then where it's at now, has it not grown? Has this channel grown, or has it not grown? Both channels and the message. So it's going to be progression. It's going to be little baby steps. It's going to take time. Hang in there. Don't give up. Right? Don't give up. A suggestion I have for you guys, since we know the monopoly is purposely causing distractions to upset you, please listen to what I'm saying. Don't watch them. It's in an effort for you to not address Pickle Boy, who made millions of dollars lying to millions of people, normalizing abuse to millions of people while saying it's okay. So don't let them upset you. I know some people are going to watch regardless, but if it's starting to upset you, if them manipulating you and being bullies online in front of children is hurting you, you don't have to watch it. You don't have to participate. You don't have to give them your view. Mur told me the other day, Mur said on her live stream, let me give a shout out right now to Diamond Rican Mommy. Diamond Rican Mamita. Okay? Can we get her link in the description? Let's get her link in the description. She said on one of her live streams just yesterday, I think. I don't remember which one. It's not I'm Back Again Part 2. It's the other one, okay? She said that she doesn't watch these people and support them. The cleanup guy, angry neighbor, she doesn't even watch anymore. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And she doesn't support the old man or Pickle Boy either. And also, she did mention that watching that old footage of the dad abusing the mom gave her flashbacks about her own abuse. So don't sit here and try to tell anybody, Pickle Boy, or manipulate your army of children and also the fool over there with Channel Zero. Don't try to manipulate anyone over here by telling us that any of this abuse is faked, or the abuse that we're talking about is staged and nobody got hurt. We see the disassociation. We see the enabling and scapegoating. We see the blaming. We see the children crying. We see the women crying. We see your dad spitting with abusive anger. We see the abuse. This is abuse that made Diamond Reek and Mommy cry just the other night. And I don't like seeing my friends cry. So why don't you guys go support her as well when you're at it and subscribe to her and show her some love, because I don't appreciate, people in the monopoly affecting people so negatively in this manner. It's happened with myself as well. People in this monopoly having me in tears because of their lies and their drama and their abuse. Unacceptable, but all I can do is speak out against it and try to hang on to my voice in the channels. Mind you, I may have to take a video down tomorrow. Zero Boundaries. Can you drop the link to Zero Boundaries as well? And you're dropping Mer's channel, right, as well? Check out Zero Boundaries before it disappears onto Vimeo. Because tomorrow it probably won't be here because the daughter in New York is striking it because she doesn't want you to know that she has depression due to her childhood trauma and abuse, to include physical abuse, neglect, emotional abuse, verbal abuse, sexual abuse. That video has got to come down now, baby. So check it out today before it comes down, please. It's the next video that has to be taken down. I will put it on Vimeo. I'm going to fight tooth and nail to the last minute for it not to come down. Has 2,500 views on the video right now. Please check it out. When you're done checking that out, go support Diamond Reek and Mommy Mer. And when you're done supporting her, go check out RBG Studios vlogs. The link is at the very top of the chat. And then when you have time, go check out Rose Quartz as well, because they all made videos about this. Marquise says everyone should go report that video called Writing Him Out of Our Lives because it talks about abuse that happened. He says, so I'm going to report it as child abuse. Well, they're exploiting the abuse. They're not going to tell you at the end of the day that that happened. I think he's going to try to retract it because it points to them being abusers. So if you want to point out the exploitation of abuse that's happened to children, then that's something that maybe you want to do. When you have time, flag all those videos where the kids are being manipulated and crying. But we're going to have to make a Spreaker about it, talk about it. Hey, Melissa, how are you doing, honey? Thank you for using the hashtag. As you can see, I'm behind in the chat, but I'm seeing you guys as you're rolling in here. Yes, Melissa says some people have the misconception that abuse is only physical. A lot of people have the misconception. When I first started talking about this, like 8-9 months ago, people were like, what abuse? What are you talking about? I didn't see any whips and chains and all the stuff Pickle Boy was trying to talk about happening that didn't happen, rather, in the Blames His Victims video. And I'm thinking, well, there is physical abuse, and you could see it and you could hear it in the stories. Mind you, abuse isn't just physical, and all the abuses are just as harmful as one another. So if someone doesn't know that, you have to keep saying that to somebody, then they're either in denial about it or they're ignorant about the situation. But that's the truth. You're absolutely right, Melissa. And also, if you think about that, knowing that, you automatically know there's abuse because of all that yelling and screaming and all those insults we heard, which is all abuse and all very destructive and harmful. Lita knows all about gaslighting. So if you want to talk to her about that, ask her, because she knows about it. And she's very educated on it. Okay, Mark, I will check it out. I got to write it down, though. Give me a second. Let me write it down here. Mark says he wants us to check out Gillian Finn. And the book's called Sharp Objects. Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. Mark says it showcases how abuse can affect someone into adulthood. Well, there you go. Pickle Boy and his family have the platform to expose that. and to prevent it and help other people. But because it's become part of their shtick to sell abuse as entertainment, even though it's real abuse, real people get hurt. Or in some instances, they do have videos that you can't prove are real or fake. Like when the dad and Pickle Boy are behind the door and Bridget's like, hey, let me in, hey. And she finally gets in. And at the same time, Pickle Boy's just running to the bathroom and has a bloody nose. And then she's wiping the blood all over his face. No, I don't believe you got abused that day, but I believe you're normalizing abuse as entertainment that day. So let's absolutely go check out that book by Gillian Flynn, Sharp Objects. Mark, I will absolutely check it out. Hi, Bridget. How's your day going, honey? Melissa says she watches people support YouTubers who emotionally abuse women and children. Yeah, it's called Pickle Boy. He's got a ton of people supporting him on his side, um, you know, making him think he's some kind of hero, celebrity. What did this child say in this video I just dropped on my channel? He said that the old man and Pickle Boy are inspiration. Why? And whatever makes them an inspiration to that child, I have to ask, the stuff that we're exposing over here, does it overshadow or does it take that away? Or are you just blindly never going to address it to keep that thought of them being inspirational, which they're not? They're not inspirational. They're not an inspiration. They inspired me to speak out against their abusive ways. There's your inspiration. They're so abusive, manipulative. They're such bullies that they inspired these channels. Hurting Savage M 2016, Savage Lies, Savage Live, with their lies, using the angry neighbor to help take down that channel. That was deplorable. Now seeing that they are manipulating and speaking with children outside of YouTube to get them to say and think what they want, which is feel bad for Pickle Boy, scapegoat the angry neighbor and the brothers some more, never address abuse, which is now considered drama. You're thrown into the hater and troll category. The child even saying the cleanup guy's a good guy. A good guy. A good guy doesn't laugh at child abuse. A good guy doesn't stay silent about it. A good guy doesn't profit off of it. A good guy doesn't rip a woman to shreds like you did Savage M 2016, Savage Live. A good guy wouldn't do that and cause a big fake distraction so your friend goes off, gets away again from anyone addressing what about the abuse. Savage Live had to be called a bunch of curse words and a bunch of insults and nasty things and a bunch of lies and a distraction, and her family being doxxed and her child being dragged through the mud with fake perceptions on what they wanted you to think and what the child thought about his mom, which he loves his mom. We had to think bad things about her. So you don't think bad things about Pickle Boy and the old man. Nothing's changed. They want you to think bad things about the angry neighbor or the cleanup guy or myself and never talk about Pickle Boy and the old man. That's how they want it. And what I'm telling you guys is don't believe that manipulation. We're not all children online that are going to be so willing and giving and able to allow people to abuse us. But through manipulation, they can. The cleanup guy even got me once. I believe something that didn't happen. So anyways, how's everyone's day going? How is your day going? How is your channel doing? How do you feel about yourself today? What are you going to do to make yourself feel good and to have a good rest of your either night, morning, the rest of your day? Let us know. And also, I have the time to speak for an hour about this. I have the time to thank everybody for coming in. for constantly having a conversation to give, for having something constructive to say, for being kind to one another, for being giving, for caring. I appreciate that very, very much. I appreciate everyone in the chat that's showed up today for this conversation and that cares. Hey, Savage Libra, how you doing? Savage Libra says, I don't know why people think the old man's a hero. The majority of the audience doesn't know the extent of this abuse. They don't know about it. They only know what they fed you after 2012, which was that he was a good guy. If you want proof on what I'm saying, check out Rose Quartz. The link to her channel is at the very top of this chat. She talks about being a supporter of theirs for the last 2 years, but she's just learning about this abuse, and she's very, she seems very hurt and distraught by it. And of course, she doesn't think it's acceptable, but she's still holding out hope that maybe they'll do the right thing and address it, or never do it again, or maybe they'll mention how important it is. So that's one of their fans. So you might want to check that out. Having a good day, and otherwise. Oh my gosh, he was. I'm sorry, I'm reading what Crystal said. Is he being bullied online? Who's bullying him? Is it the cleanup guy? That's terrible. That's not good. Even that child's been used online as well. I don't know if I want to go into too much detail, but he's been manipulated and used online by the angry neighbor. So Patty says people are scared they will go after them. That's why they don't speak out. Yeah, oh, absolutely. They set it up to make it to where if you speak out, you're going to be attacked or you're doing something wrong. So in the very beginning, I even had to let them kind of know on the channel I was going to be speaking out, and I was going to let them know it was going to be everyone's problem except theirs. It's in the it's not too late to change your heart video, or which one is it? Why Pickle Boy took down the Brothers channel. It's in one of those, but I mentioned what's going to be happening and going on. I already knew. You're not supposed to have these channels. It's a big no-no, and they're going to make you sorry for it. But it's not enough to keep me silent. It might be enough for other people because of friendships or because of money. It's not enough for me. It's not okay. It's not enough. Hey, Kizzy Bug, how are you doing, honey? And Kizzy Bug, I'm going to ask you later about stuff that's going on, good things that are going on in your personal life that I don't know that I want to share on the stream. That's up to you to share. So, but I'm not going to be addressing it as yet until, you know, you give me the okay, or I'll just address it later on. Just stuff we talk about on Twitter. Nothing too much. So, okay, let's see here. I'm really behind in this chat. Oh, goodness. Crystal says abusing everyone, talking about looks, financial situation, sexual orientation, and even their parenting. Who's doing that? Let me know who's doing that, because that's terrible. We see Pickle Boy talking about the brother being a drug addict. Why is he doing that? That's not constructive. He'll enable, he'll stay silent when there's abuse happening in regards to the brother and those kids, and then turn right back around and call him a drug addict when the brother's trying to clean up his life and do well. It's everybody but Pickle Boy. It's everybody but Pickle Boy. You guys see the channels that aren't talking about Pickle Boy and the old man, right? That are causing a distraction for you? Nocturnal says, I don't hate them. I just hate what they do. Yes, absolutely. I second that. Because if you hate them, it's like they control and ruin your whole day, and they're purposefully trying to do it. So don't even give them 1 second, honey. And you're absolutely right. And I back you up in supporting that you hate what they do. It's hate to bull, to abuse kids and women and profit off it, exploit it, manipulate them, threaten them. That's not okay. I agree with you. Kizzy Bug says she definitely don't like them. I hear you. I agree. Thank you for using the hashtag, Bridget. Bridget says yesterday on Pickle Boy's video, she used the hashtag, what about the abuse? Thank you very much. I appreciate that very much. Kyle says the only person he really despises out of the monopoly is the cleanup guy. It's just the way he treats people, including himself, and harasses them for drama's sake. You guys, he's the cleanup guy. You saw the video on my channel, Ode to Pickle Boy, the cleanup guy's, what's that title? I can't even think of it. Ode to the cleanup guy, the whipping boy, right? It's one of the first videos on here where Fred Goon and Whipping Boy, right? He is detestable and on purpose. He's supposed to be there as a distraction purposefully. He's the cleanup guy. So, what is my suggestion to you guys? Don't even watch him because he's going to give you a brand new drama, including the angry neighbor and all these people attached with the monopoly. They're going to give you a brand new drama tomorrow, right? Or the next day or the next day. There's going to be something else. There's going to be more child abuse from someone else in the community. You got to look and don't even watch them. Don't support them in causing that manipulation and distraction to you, the audience. Don't do it. I wouldn't do it. It's all in an effort to not address hashtag what about the abuse? Oh, and Bridget says she doesn't know why he gets money for talking crap about people online. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? You're trying to hurt people online, cause a distraction, staying silent about abuse, and you get a super chat and you get super chat money for being a nasty, mean person that's doing the wrong thing online, who's a poor role model for children. Tanya says, I just sent my news the story, what you're trying to do. I hope they contact you. You need a bigger platform. We can get this attention to the kids who suffer abuse for profit. Yes, we can. Yes. And let me remind you, this does need to go to a higher up platform. I'm can only expose to so many people because only so many people are going to be able to see it on my channel. So if it goes up to a higher channel, let them know. Nobody wants any notoriety or recognition over here. Nobody wants any money. Don't even mention our channel at all. Just please get this out there so everyone knows. So that content creator that doesn't want to be held accountable so bad that he's willing to lie and cause distractions, including other child abuse stories online. He wants to be the distraction so bad and control the narrative of you guys not either knowing or understanding or being caused in the left in the dark, or you have a lot of confusion as to what's going on, and it all leads back to him not taking accountability to what about the abuse. So push it up to the news and let them know nobody wants any money, nobody wants anything monetized, nothing's monetized over here. It's just a matter of the audience being able to come up with an opinion on their own, like Rose Quartz was able to. The young lady that's at the top of the link in the chat, the very top of the chat, her link's in the description as well. She says she has watched the family, supported them for the last 2 years. She loves the family. She said before she'd be willing to meet them. She is holding out hope that they'll change. She had her Anger Never Dies t-shirt on. But at the same time, she says abuse is wrong, and this abuse is wrong. Someone needs to address it. And every type of abuse is just as bad as any other type. She's acknowledged those things. Everybody needs to acknowledge those things. And at the end of the day, I don't care who you go and support, but you need to acknowledge that he did abuse for profit. It's wrong. It's harmful. Period. In the story. And I don't see them refuting it. I see them talking to children and manipulating children online, having time to prank call children, but not address this very important situation. Wow, I wonder why. Is it because they don't care, or is it because they're trying to cause a distraction and silence it, all while attacking it? Mm-hmm. Kizzybug, you have awesome content too. Kizzybug, check out Kizzybug's channel because she has awesome content speaking out about this abuse. And you know what? She picked up right away about that BS with the with Pickle Boy speaking down to a disabled woman and talking about disabled parking. And I said I was going to give a shout out to disabled people, and I'm going to give another shout out to everyone that's watching that's disabled that had to put up with that disgusting comment to see somebody that suffers in their life every day that needs a parking spot, so maybe they could walk a little bit closer to the store and make their day just a little bit easier. And because the fine is only $325 and Pickle Boy's made millions of dollars off of child abuse, exploitation, manipulation, and domestic violence, all while filming his mother naked, right? He doesn't care about filming and telling somebody that they're a social justice warrior because they're disabled and want and need a parking spot. And they just think that kindly, just please don't park there. That's not correct. You could do better as a content creator. You have good content, Kizzybug, because you spoke out against that injustice and that oppressiveness. And I like that. And I like that about you. You're not letting him get away with anything. Not even disrespecting disabled people. So a huge shout out to anybody who supports my channels, Cassandra's Curse or Roasted Studios, that's disabled, and maybe you've had to struggle a little bit more in your life, and you're not getting the respect that you need and that you deserve. I hear you. I see you. You take your parking spot, honey. You don't let him take that parking spot. You stand up for your parking spot. And Roasted Studios, in my own personal life, I have seen somebody park in a disabled parking spot, and they didn't have that placard, honey. And I did contact the store, and I contacted the police as well. Yes, I did. And I hope that person got a big fat ticket for trying to park more conveniently in a spot while being disrespectful to people that are disabled that really need that spot. Shout out again to anybody that is on this chat, listening, watches, and or supports that is disabled. Get the respect you need, honey. Don't let Pickle Boy disrespect you. Don't let anybody disrespect you. They'll walk all over you. Stand up for yourself. Say something. Kyle says, Roasted Studios, by any chance, have you uploaded a video on the way Pickle Boy manipulates and groom Princess yet? No. It will be a video, I guess, on Princess by itself once we are able to eventually get that together. But stay tuned because that is something that is going to be coming out. So, but that video is going to take a little bit longer because the footage isn't as easily defined. I mean, we're talking about abuse here. I could click on anything and make a video right away. But her being treated or mistreated a certain way and the way she feels about herself is strewn all about. So I'm going to have to take maybe a week off to make that video, to be honest with you. I'll let you guys know in advance if I plan to make that, and because I'm going to have to take time off so you guys will know. And in between, I'll try to do a Spreaker or live stream to let you guys know that I'm still here, you know. Crystal says abuse is being put out there right now. You don't even have to look for it. The verbal abuse happening is horrible. There's a couple of innocent girls who have been getting attacked as well. Whoa, it's terrible. It's not good. All I can say is just don't support those people that are acting that way. Don't even listen to what they say because they're the first person to lie to you about the next distraction and manipulation, right? So don't even support them. Hey, LS Steve, how are you doing, honey? You guys check out LS Steve. I fully support his channel. He mods everybody because he supports everybody because he trusts everybody to have a community of people that respect and love each other. He's a wonderful person. I haven't seen him online running around saying anything bad about people. He's extremely kind, extremely giving. Check his channel out. I support him. LS Steve, or as I call LS Steven. He's playing Black Ops on Xbox, but he has me blasted on the phone. Oh, you know I'm blasting the way I'm talking, honey. So definitely check out his channel. I support him. Doing very well. Thank you very much, Bridget. Howard says Pickle Boy makes a mill. Yeah. Yeah. His behavior is atrocious. It's not good at all. And we all see it. Kyle says that the old man was not an inspiration. He was a toddler in an elder's body. Listen, it's true because some people will click on these old episodes. Excuse me. Some people will click on old episodes and they're going to notice that the old man is arguing about something or throwing a temper tantrum about something. And it's so funny. They think it's funny. And they don't realize that it's a real abuser that's really upset by something that really isn't a really big deal, but he hasn't ever come up with the ability to formulate a constructive opinion or sentence to explain how he feels. So he lashes and acts out as a child. It's not attractive. You don't want a partner like that. You don't want to idolize someone like that or call them a hero. You don't want to support someone like that. But how did he get away with it? Well, Pickle Boy told you it was funny and entertainment and that nobody was getting hurt. But it's a real abusive family with people really getting abused and people really getting hurt and an audience really being manipulated and lied to who thought one thing. You think one thing's going on, but another thing's going on. So some people, a toddler in an elder's body, it's true. Because he actually is elderly. He's elderly and he's got the white hair and he's an old man at some point, still acting like a baby, still acting like a child. No, I don't want to eat that. No, I'm going to break this. I'm going to blame that other person. How did he get away with it, even as an old man, till he passed away? Well, all those people that were in his life, they're making money off of this abuse, were enabling him to do so. They were saying, what you're doing is okay. We're making money off of it. It doesn't matter if even anyone's getting hurt, if the audience is being lied to, it's okay. But it's definitely not. So I encourage you to check out old episodes on that old Pickle Boy channel, the one with 4 million subs. You'll find a lot of videos where you see an old man acting like a child. He acted like a child to the children as well, did he not? Throw things at them? But what would happen when they would throw things back? In the flying truck video on my channel, the kids would get abused. And I quote, "You don't throw those at your grandma. You understand me?" Well, then why are you throwing things at them? Oh, you can't control your anger and you're acting like a child. Well, then you take accountability and don't blame a child whose brain is still formulating or developing, who doesn't understand that he's being manipulated by an abuser, right? The abuser is manipulating the child into being abused. That's what the old man was good at. It's the same thing with Pickle Boy. He does the same thing. Hey, lovely nurse. How are you doing, honey? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about Bridget one more time. And you know, Bridget, it's probably because I don't have a big channel. I don't have a big channel. And everyone's here for the abuse awareness. And I wish I did. If I had Pickle Boy's channel, I would say something. If I had the cleanup guy's channel, who seems to be some disposable channel, he doesn't even care about growing it for his own family. He's too worried about bullying people. Then we could go up there and, I don't know. But yeah, as long as I have a smaller channel, it's going to be real. It's going to be hard. But I see that it's very unfair that he could get up and speak and abuse people and lie and be very manipulative and abusive towards children, and you're trying to get back to your child and you're not getting the support that you need, and I'm sorry you're not getting it from my channels. All I can do is try, and I acknowledge you and I still support you, and I'm sorry that that's going on. I'm sorry that that's happening. Lovely Nurse says, I have no idea how to be a mod. Somebody modded me. The first person that modded me was Murr so long ago, over a year ago. And I was quick to the trigger, and I had blocked somebody that was trying to talk. And then it just was, so I don't like modding myself either, really. Kyle says, today is his vacation and he's milking it up. Do it. Enjoy your vacation. Howard Thomas is playing the guitar. Check out Howard Thomas's channel. I love his channel as well. Excellent guitar player. And he gives opinions about the abuse. I don't think he has any problem speaking out about it. He has a Twitter. He talks about it. So it's great. It's good. I like it. Hey, don't give up. How are you doing, honey? How are you feeling? I know you said you were sick. Are you feeling better? I am so behind in this chat here. Crystal says she sees all the bull going on. It's made it impossible to be quiet. But Crystal, you see some people are being quiet, right? And if you were quiet at all, you got to know that that's the manipulation. So the fact I'm even seeing you over or saying something, that's amazing. That's awesome. That's you being an adult saying, no, I'm an adult. I'm not going to be abused. I have an opinion. I'm going to speak out about it. I see other people staying silent about it, but I'm not one of those people. That's awesome. I love that about you. That's great. Oh no. Kyle says the cleanup guy called him a sterile POS because he told him to talk about hashtag what about the abuse instead of pointless drama. Yeah, you guys will realize the cleanup guy, angry neighbor, all these monopoly people, they're talking about pointless drama. They will even talk with each other and make up fake fights and arguments to create fake drama. If you're online to listen to fake drama, watch those channels. If you're online to listen to the truth being exposed and want to support it, come over here to these channels and the channels that I point out to you. Because it's just what Kyle is saying. It's pointless drama. Don't believe us? Believe the cleanup guy threatening him and cursing at him for saying hashtag what about the abuse? For pointing out the truth. You're talking about pointless drama over there. You're not addressing real child abuse and domestic violence. The pickle boy, this big mobster man, he's gotten off the hook yet again. Lovely Nurse says she watched some video made by a very young child telling people to take your channel down. So sad the kids support them. Yes. I don't know what video that is. If you want to go back on there and let them know, we're more than welcome to come over here and talk about what they want to take down. What is it that they don't agree with? Or is it just plainly pointing out the truth that they have a problem with, which I'll fight tooth and nail over? Remember in the video, we said it doesn't matter if the whole world is on fire, the truth is going to come out. The truth stands. And for some people, they can't get you to believe anything otherwise unless you're a child. That's why we did the last video, Pickle Boy's Army of Children. Because at this point, we all see he's just not addressing the abuse, using and manipulating children to get on his side, causing fake distractions, all while having time enough to make a video where he talks about his depression, wanting you to be worried about getting sympathy for him. Feel sympathy for people that deal with depression, that have dealt with the abuse, that aren't lying to you, that are trying to save their channels. Because that's the message we're trying to tell you over here. Abuse is so bad and harmful that you want to run away from it, set up a boundary, and get your kids out of it, or never introduce them to it, period. Because abuse leads to suicide and depression. And Pickle Boy is using suicide and religion. He uses everything against you and to manipulate you to getting what he wants, which is sympathy. But he's the abuser. You're not supposed to sympathize with him. You're supposed to question him as a content creator as to what he's providing you over there. Is it entertaining or not? Are you allowed to have an opinion on it? Or are you, backing up a monopoly channel that doesn't even let you talk about it, that you see that attacks my channels for no reason? But Kyle said, all I asked him was, isn't child abuse awareness more important in the drama train? Please speak on it. And I got severely harassed for it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's the same thing with me. I drop a video, and what's been happening is the longer the channel's up, the more support the channel's been getting. At some point, they want children, and children have already been doing reaction videos on this channel that aren't talking about abuse for profit, which you've been seeing. They just want people to blindly attack it. Attack what? Abuse awareness and prevention? And the exposure of, mind you, they exposed it themselves. They just don't want you talking about it or have an opinion. Isn't that strange? It's almost as if they know that they've done something wrong and they're trying to cover it up every day. And yeah, it is more important. But is it more important to the cleanup guy to talk about child abuse awareness? No. It's most important to him to back up Pickle Boy. That's why you shouldn't be watching the cleanup guy, Kyle. It's just a suggestion that I could give you. I don't care who you watch, but if you're going to waste time on watching someone who doesn't care about what about the abuse, who's never going to expose the story or pretend that they even care about it, who really doesn't care about it because they're profiting off of the dysfunction and the abuse in the family, to include the scapegoated brother in that hotel room. That's how the cleanup guy started his channel. You need to reach outside of this community. Nobody in the monopoly is going to expose it or cares. They're the ones laughing at it. They're the ones attacking the channel. They're the ones that, cleanup guy, the people he addresses directly are in the monopoly. And they get their channel built up with subs and subscribers while causing fake drama, just waiting for another camera to be sent their way, or green screen, or t-shirt, or shout out. So don't support them. Go talk to Philip DeFranco. Go talk to Chambers of the Heart. Go talk to Madwoman Muse. Go talk to channels that are talking about it and hashtagging it up and mentioning it. To include RBG Studios Vlogs, Rose Quartz, Lita, Kizzybug. You can check out Bridget's channel. She deserves some support as well. Check out Don't Give Up, because he's been speaking out almost every day. It looks like twice a day over there. Don't Give Up channel, one of my mods in the chat. You have to check him out because he doesn't care that people come up with troll accounts of him or say things about him and make up lies about him or try to deflect or try to rip down the statements that he makes. He doesn't care. He just is up speaking, and I think it's wonderful. DJ Billy the Kid. Everybody needs to plaster hashtag what about the abuse all over his vlogs. I agree. Go have a conversation with people on his channel and lead them back to channels that are speaking about it. And let them come up with an opinion. Pickle Boy doesn't want that. I'm saying I don't care what your opinion is one way or another. Just look at this and acknowledge it and know it's wrong. And then go support whoever you want. Pickle Boy doesn't even want you doing that because he's afraid that you're going to, as a human being and a person, make the decision that maybe you don't like to support abusers for profit or abuse for profit. And that's his last manipulation to you, hiding the truth from you so you can't formulate an opinion. When I'm telling you, I don't care what you decide either way. To treat someone like that, including children, is despicable, disgusting, deplorable. You should never do that. Why are you doing that, sir? I guess there's no morals and ethics when it comes to that man making $1. Thank you very much, Lita. There's RBG Studios speaking about the abuse. We got Rose Quartz speaking about it. We got Don't Give Up. Cowboat speaks out about it. We got Lita. Boston does certain live streams and speaks out about it. You probably ask him questions. Nocturnal Saint Studios has a Spreaker and a channel. I said Lita already. You know, if you're willing to make videos and speak about it, you can only make the story and the message and the opinions grow stronger and stronger. Nobody in the monopoly has refuted it. There's nothing to refute. You don't abuse for profit, and they can't tell you anything otherwise. And that's why you're having such a hard time, Kyle King, with trying to address somebody in the monopoly. Ah, I feel like I know who that is. Huh? Thank you, guys. Okay, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Ah, there's Nocturnal Saints. Nocturnal Saint Studios is going to do a live stream soon. Sorting out personal things first. Your personal life comes before YouTube. I don't know if I need to remind you guys. Sometimes you need the reminder because you guys are so giving and you guys care about other people and you're online and you have things to talk about. Don't forget your life, your personal life, your summer, your happiness, your health, and your well-being comes first before YouTube. Period. So Nocturnal Saints, you deal with your life and you get on track and you live and thrive in happiness. And if you have time, then you come over and you do your Spreaker streams, live streams, whatever it may be. Crystal says, but we may be able to get some people to do speak out about now that because things have come at them hard, such as the neighbor, she vowed to address and stand against bullying and abuse. She did? How could she do that? She's the one bullying people online. But if that's her cause all of a sudden, then she's going to have to do that over on her channel because I don't watch her or support her. Aaron, Nocturnal Saint. Aaron supports you. Yeah, check out his Spreaker too because he's got more Spreakers that show up than his channel. So, yeah. Thank you, Creative Jay. How are you doing, honey? How's your day going? How's everyone's day going? If you're in a bad place, a negative place, you got to work that out. Remember, this is your day. Don't let anyone else ruin it or affect your day negatively. Take care of what you have to take care of at home. Take care of yourself. Remember to be good to yourself and loving to yourself and caring and kind to yourself. Remember that. Oh, DJ Billy the Kid says there's a channel with a petition trying to get Pickle Boy's channel investigated. Really? I didn't know about that. I don't know. I didn't know about that. Um, Crystal says yes, but maybe it means she's going to stop. We can hope, right? Oh, absolutely. That's the goal. Can you drop Rose Quartz video again? Rose Quartz kind of talks about the goal that I have, which is hope, holding out hope. Tomorrow, and thank you for bringing this up, Crystal. Tomorrow, Pickle Boy could address the abuse. Tomorrow, and at any time. Anybody on any of these lower platforms that attach themselves to him that are in the monopoly that cause distractions, they could address it at any time and say it's important and raise awareness for it. Why don't they? They're afraid of your opinion about it because maybe you don't know about it at all, like Rose Quartz, because she only been watching for 2 years. And remember, my real or fake video after 2012, a lot of different things changed. They had to start minding their manners and watching more things that they were doing and saying to include child abuse and domestic violence. So, hang on, my chat moved. Okay. So yes, we hold out hope that they won't scapegoat me and enable children and anybody else to attack the hashtag and drag it through the mud in hopes of getting off the hook again. You're absolutely right. We hold out hope for them caring, because I feel like I don't know. I can only tell you. I don't know if, I mean, I know they don't care right now and they haven't shown that they cared, but can they start? Do they have the ability to turn it around? Yes, they do. And it only comes on them. I can't make them do anything they don't want to do. And I'm not about that anyways. Everyone needs to think for themselves what's right for them. And all I could say is lying and causing fake distractions and manipulations and manipulating children and dragging my channel through the mud by lying and slandering it. That's not the way to go. That's not going to do it. They could turn it around in their favor completely by helping the majority of the audience and themselves by saying abuse is wrong. It's dangerous. And you don't film it and profit off of it. And that's it. That's it. That's all it is. Yes, we hold out the hope for that. Absolutely. Of course. I hold out hope for the day they stop fighting me and they start helping me get this message out, because they've all been affected by it, have they not? They all told you they were. Even the angry neighbor saying she's a survivor of abuse. If I could go tomorrow, ding, and like just snap my finger, and none of them had been through any abuse, would I do it? Yeah. We could do that through educating people and talking about it and spreading the word. That could happen. Things like that might happen for the next child. But it's not happening this way, is it? It's definitely not happening this way. It's already all out there. Take care of it and clean it up and place the importance on it that it deserves, like Rose Quartz did in her video. Why aren't they? He's afraid of losing money. He's afraid of losing that brand and the status. Will it happen if he comes out and says, I don't know. Will it definitely happen if this gets exposed with him not having said anything but caused distractions and lied? Absolutely. Dead giveaway. So, I mean, I don't know. What he decides is on his own. I just, I'm my own person and I'm going to say how I feel. And I have people that back it up and have opinions that they formulated based on all their own footage and everything they've said and heard as well. So Patty says, if they don't want to change, then they won't. They don't see it as a problem. Right. It's a problem if it affects their money, but they don't see it as a problem in terms of how they made the money and the normalization of it to millions of people, and also saying it's okay and it's funny and laughing at it. So it's only a problem if it affects their money. And also, some abusers, you guys will have to admit this, some abusers never get out of their abuse role. So they never change, like the old man. So if you ask them to change, like, hey, old man, can you take accountability for abusing people? I'm not going to feel goddamn popcorn. That's what you get, right? Same with Pickle Boy. It's like, Pickle Boy, you film abuse and you film women being abused and they're crying and there's kids crying and there's clearly abuse here and you're manipulating kids, like, outside of this on the phone by telling them, you know, they can't be in their group chat. They talk about, and I quote, drama, which is abuse being exposed. Can you, like, talk about this and raise awareness for this? You know, guys, I'm depressed. I'm losing money. Bridget cheated on me. Part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My goodness, he's reaching. Let's talk about this. It's important. But they're abusers. So they may never get out of the role because of that dysfunctional role that he's in. And then also the money might be too tempting. And also having the audience being able to decide for themselves and choose for themselves in terms of what they like and what they want. It might be a little bit too much. The audience may just decide that they don't like him. So all of this monopoly is in an effort to distract from the audience deciding if Pickle Boy profited off of domestic violence and child abuse. This is all in an effort for distraction just for that. Because he can't take accountability. And he doesn't want you thinking whether or not you care about him profiting off of domestic violence, child abuse, and even abuse to grown adults in that family. And mind you, what did he say in March of 2020? March of 2017. What did he say in that video? He smears the point. It's a yellow video. It's on my channel. What did he tell you guys in that video? Well, he said, if you think anything is happening, if there's abuse going on, call DSS. He's almost like daring you. He says, go ahead, do it. And based on everything abusive that I saw going on online at the time, including the brother not being able to control his anger, I made 2 calls in March and in May of last year. Who backs up and supports that abuse happened? Oh, Pickle Boy. Because he got the kids to retroactively talk about abuse that happened to them prior in writing him out of our lives, that episode on his channel. And they talk about being abused by the brother. The abuse that I tried to prevent. What does that make Pickle Boy? Well, it makes him a child abuser and a liar to his audience. He knows abuse is going on. He's lying to you guys in March, scapegoating the brother in the summer, all while enabling him for it to happen. This all leads back to the dysfunctional family roles, you guys. This dysfunctional family. Patty says, no, they don't. But when those kids get older and recognize what happened to them was wrong, they will resent them. It could go either way. The possibility is there. Absolutely, Patty Pal. I agree with you. They could either cling to the abuser and cling to that money and all that materialism and the love, and they want to be a part of the family, or they just might turn around and be like, that was wrong. I didn't like that. Maybe they'll have nightmares because of Pickle Boy wearing that mask and scaring them and abusing them. Maybe they'll have nightmares and flashbacks and PTSD about the old man and the abuse they endured with their parents or people in the family, and they will resent it. Maybe it's a possibility. Absolutely. Antonio says they're like sharks. Once they got the taste for money, they won't stop going after it. Well, imagine you guys have a channel that you got millions of subs, and you could drop a video tomorrow and you know you're going to make money off of it based on however big the lie is and the big scandal, right? That's what they got going. And he's been vlogging every day for what, like 5+ years? I want to say like almost 8 years, seems like. So that's a lot of money to be made. That's a lot of material out there to analyze. It's a lot of lies that are floating around. Or a lot of exposure of abuse, a lot of manipulations to the audience. It's so weird because they had no problem with you believing all this abuse was real beforehand. It's just the minute that you say it's wrong, they don't want you thinking it's real. But yeah, so I think the money is a little bit too great. They have the ability, they got a well, and if there's like an unlimited amount of money that they could pull out of it. But the more that they're exposed for certain things that they shouldn't have made money off of, it's less and less money. So it's more and more lies that are going to be happening. But yeah, they got the taste of that money. That's absolutely right. I agree with that. Bridget says she has a few more videos coming out, a few on the Monopoly and Pickle Boy, and more videos about her daughter Ariana and being victims of parent alienation. Let me tell you this, Bridget. If you make no videos on Pickle Boy, I'm telling you right now, if you haven't made them yet, but you feel obligated to make them, don't make them. You don't have to. You caring is enough for me to send people over to your channel to check it out. Period. There's no mind manipulations and gameplay not going on over here. You are enough. Your channel is enough. So if you want to make them on your own, that's more than fine. If there's nothing over there, Pickle Boy related, I will still tell people to go support you. You have to know that. Please know that. That's the truth. It really is the truth. I don't want any videos over there that you wouldn't have put up otherwise, because your content is enough. Parent alienation is terrible. It's really bad. And the child suffers right along with the parent that the other parent wants to drag through the mud. So that's enough. Patty says, I have hope that they won't follow in their footsteps. As a child abused by a parent, I would die before I put my children through that or have that around them. There you go. Absolutely. And that's the battle that they're going to have to fight against. People that, I seen Murr crying last night, and you hear what Patty's saying here. There's people that will really lay down their life to prevent a child or their child from being abused, or from having themselves ever being abused again, even if it means speaking out. And that trumps over millions of people that don't know about what's going on, or that could be manipulated and lied to. It trumps over their millions of dollars, doesn't it? It really does. Because we got something going over here with no monetization, just everyone caring and giving a damn, putting their heart and their soul into what we're talking about, and they can't stand it. And they're watching and listening to every minute of it. Because what we have to say and how we feel is not only enough, it's more than enough. It's spilling out of a bucket, baby. But like I said, I got to get going. Wasn't going to be on super long. I might be on later today. I have some things I've got to do. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Oh, Autumn Loving, hi. She's just showing up and I'm just leaving. Autumn, I'll be on later. I'm so sorry. I've just talked for an hour. I've got 2 hours. I got some things I got to do. Please re-listen to the stream. All my love to you guys. Everybody that came and supported, is sticking up, is hashtagging it up. You're amongst the wolves. So keep your eyes peeled. Keep on the lookout. You guys are amongst wolves that are staying silent about abuse, but causing a distraction about it. Crystal, I love that you came in here. I love seeing you. I love your picture. That is gorgeous picture of you. Nocturnal Side Studios, love you. Kyle King, love to you. Kissy Bug, Lita, Autumn Loving, Marquise, Patty Pal, DJ Billy the Kid. Love that name. Bridget Journey, check out her channel. Check out Rose Quartz. Check out RBG Studios vlogs. Patty Pal, Lovely Nurse, Sam LaHouse, Lovely Nurse, Aaron Medford, Crystal the Rebel, Journeys of Chris Peck in Washington State, 75 watts. Somebody came in the call, you mad? But they had to leave. But hi to you. YouTube Therapist, LLC. How are you doing? And to anybody on Voodoo, thank you very, very much. And don't give up. Love to you guys. I love all of you guys. I'm here for you. You're here for me. Let's be here for the kids. Let's be here for the kids, please. And for the women and children and the animals we see being disrespected, abused, and for profit, and exploited for profit on YouTube via Pickle Boy. Let's keep it going. Keep that hashtag going. I'll be on later. Love to everybody. Cassandra's curse, for all the knowing, does no good when nobody will listen. All my love to you guys. Love yourself. Take care, guys. Bye.